Chef Marcus Samuelsson is on a mission. Not only is he advocating to stop hunger and help small restaurants in need, but he's also teaching the next generation some very important life lessons on PBS's Cyberchase. Take a look.
It smells good.
And now we got to put the pears on top. So this pears came from a local farm. The word restaurant means to restore your community, which really means that as often as possible we can buy from our local farmers. We try to do that.
And Marcus is joining me now. Marcus, it has been way too long. I miss seeing your face. I'm glad I get to do this today with you. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to know, do you play guitar? That's a nice guitar in the back.
I do play guitar.
Nice.
I have a couple guitars, but I think the kids have broken some things off of this guitar, and it used to be hanging on the wall, and they pulled it off that too. So this
awesome.
Is what happens when you're spending so much time at home.
Yes.
How are you holding up? How are the kids? How's Maya?
Yeah, the family, we're doing okay. We're healthy. So a lot of gratitude to that. And we stayed in Harlem to really work through it. It's been the toughest time in my life, actually.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people feel that way. We're going to talk about the restaurant in a second. Let's talk about Cyberchase first.
Yes.
So let's tell people kind of what the show is about and why it's so great for kids to watch.
Well, I think anytime when you can do something around food and bring people together and there's science, you learn how to interact on so many different levels. And, science and food really goes together and hopefully taste delicious.
Yeah, and you kind of talk about how important math is in cooking, but it's so important with measuring and quantities.
Yes, and now actually I do cooking classes for my son's class. Only kids, like the parents are there back in the Zoom, and I'm like, no, the classes are for the kids, stay back.
I love it.
And it's so much fun. It's hard to do it on Zoom too.
Yeah.
We have like 8 kids, one is on the tomato, one is on the potato, and you try to bring it together. But I mean, I'm a chef today because of, being actually around your son's age, 6, being with my grandmother in the kitchen. And remember, it was a loving space, but it was also a space that I always could do something right. I was the youngest. It was hard for me to do something right in our household. But cooking was that thing, and I did learn how to count. I did learn how to build self-esteem, how to smell something. Like food could smell something in the garden, and once you cooked it, it could have a completely different smell. Yeah. And then, of course, that led up to the taste of something. So there's so many interactions in cooking and the teamwork you have to do.
Let's talk about Red Rooster for a minute. I know that you spend a lot of your time and a lot of your energy giving back to your community. So what's going on at Red Rooster? What are you doing right now? How is it operating?
Somewhere early March, we realized that our traditional way of being a restaurant, we had to put that on pause.
Yeah.
And really pivot into becoming a community kitchen. We were able to build a system where we did this together with World Central Kitchen and Jose Andres. And so we've been serving the neighborhood, the community, the elderly, the first responders for 8 weeks now. And we actually, this week, we crossed over 50,000 meals that we've been serving over the last 8 weeks. So,
wow.
I mean, our community is strong, and I'm happy we can serve.
I think that a lot of people do want to help and they don't know how.
One thing that I learned around this when we had to close our restaurant, I knew I had worth and I knew I was still a chef. Yeah. So it's more about how do I apply my skills. And I don't care if you work with advertisement or if you're an accountant. If you care about your local restaurant, reach out to them and say, hey, I can volunteer 4 hours a week or 2 hours a week, and I can help you with your Instagram account, or I can help you with your accounting if you want.
Marcus, it has been such a treat catching up with you today. You can catch Cyberchase Journey of 1,000 Food Miles on PBS stations and PBS Kids digital platforms, and follow Marcus on social media. Marcus, I love you. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, Sarah. Bye.